too there, eh?
Yeah, you have to go to the machine and go through the whole process.
Coming through! Calgary Highlanders! Ha! Advance! Left! Turn! Open order! Back! Right! Drift! Marker, you start back! Hey, turn off!
Central Memorial Park. Parade this morning, Calgary Highlanders, pipes and drums of the Calgary Highlanders. Calgary Highlanders are under the command of Lieutenant Colonel Michael Vernon. I am the Regimental Sergeant Major, Chief Officer Ed McKinley. Pipes and drums are under the control of Pipe Major Mike Giles, Drum Major Jim Stewart. The vigil party is under the control of Sergeant Ian McDonald. At this point, I'd like to introduce the Deputy Mayor, John Marr, for some brief words with regards to Remembrance.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us today. I had a speech written for me, but someone else's words would just ring hollow. I'd like to speak to you today as Deputy Mayor and as a Calgarian, as an Albertan and a Canadian. We've had so many sacrifices inception of our great country. The ability to have a country that is free, where all races, all creeds, all religions can mingle together. That has been paid for in blood and sacrifice by young men and now young women. I'm greatly honored today to stand before you in remembrance of so many Canadians who have given their lives for you, for my family, for your families, and for our country. It's a great honor to be here, and I'd like to remind you of the ongoing sacrifices that happen today in Afghanistan and places all around the world where Canadians are fighting. Thank you for showing your support and for being with us here today. Thank you.
Thanks, sir. At this point, I would ask for some prayers of remembrance from the Regimental Padre for the Calgary Highlanders, Padre Ken Nettleton.
Good morning. In John's Gospel, Jesus said this. He said, "Love each other as I have loved you." And then he went on and said, "Greater love has no one than this, that they lay down their life for their friends." The truer words have really never been spoken, because our life is really the most precious gift that we have been given. And to give our life for someone else is the ultimate act of love. Today we gather to remember the many Canadians that have answered the cry of others for the freedom and the values that our great nation has and that they too wanted. And we remember that our brave men and women did not answer this call because they wanted to force these things upon others, but rather because they understood then, as we continue to understand today, that to provide for others an environment where life can be lived in peace and safety, where health and education can be offered to all, where faith can be pursued without persecution, and where tyranny is defeated so that justice and honesty and the care for each other can become the cornerstones of life together, is a great gift. It is one that is worth giving our lives for. This is the call that so many have answered in the past, in World War I, World War II, in Korea, in the major peacekeeping missions that Canada has been called to serve in, and that we continue to answer today in Afghanistan. I was reminded today that 28 of the Highlander Regiment are there today serving, that 96 have come and have moved into Afghanistan and have come back to be with us. And so this morning, as we're gathered here today, we remember those who served and came home, and with great thankfulness, both for their service and for their safe return, we say to them, thank you. We remember those who served and who did not come home. And with thankful hearts, and yet with heavy hearts, with broken hearts, and yes, with gentle and caring hearts, we also say, thank you. We remember the words penned by a middle-aged surgeon named John McCrae, who in the third stanza of a poem on December 8th, 1915, wrote these words: "To you from failing hands we throw the torch. Be yours to hold it high, because if you break faith with us who die, we shall not sleep, though poppies grow in Flanders fields."